Hello, Acres of Diamonds audience. Welcome back. This is Daily Diamond number 51, and it's going to tie into very closely to this week's Acres of Diamonds challenge. It's going to be number 15, I believe, DJ.
Yep.
And DJ
Yep.
will post that in the private Facebook group. So look forward to that.
Mhm.
And I am here with DJ Ligori, co-founder of Acres of Diamonds. And DJ, you had a pretty cool idea on what we wanted to talk about today. What is
Yeah.
it?
So the general idea or perception around COVID is typically pretty negative. With all of the negativity that we've heard in the media and all the bad things that have come from this virus, it got me thinking: is there anything good that came out of this virus? And so it made me think about a Bruce Lee quote, and I'm pretty sure it was Bruce Lee who said that. And he said, "Be like water." And essentially take the shape of anything that is external to you. So it's really kind of a metaphor to adaptation and adapting to your environment and your surroundings. And I started to think about the way that my friends, my family, coworkers, loved ones have adapted to all of the COVID restrictions that that has been placed on us. And it kind of made me proud of just how impressive we are to adapt to an external force that is essentially completely new and it's unprecedented. We don't necessarily know how to deal with it yet. We're trying our best in what we think is the right things to do. Um, but I think COVID showed us just how adaptable we really can be. And I think we need to take that motivation and that adaptation and use it now moving forward for maybe challenges or obstacles you might have in your life. Realize that, all right, I have a routine or a certain system that I'm working towards, but it might get shifted a little bit. All right, I need to adapt. It might get changed a little bit. Okay, I'll change this or I'll adapt to this. We can't let small little changes or small little differences completely destroy us. We have to kind of roll with that. And the more I thought about it, I said, COVID is a great example of that. It's all brand new stuff that we were forced to try our best to comprehend and understand and adapt to. And it made me feel like, all right, there's a little something good, a little good realization from COVID.
So is that the big realization for you, DJ, that your friends and family have been able to take what is, once in a lifetime,
Mhm.
really pretty negative event and turn it into maybe not something positive, but into something, that they're working through.
Yeah, that's something that we're dealing with. I think a great example is I remember right in the beginning when COVID started, me and my roommate Tyler Updike, we were working out in the attic. Actually, we wake up in the morning, we'd work out in the attic, and I said, this isn't good enough. We're not actually working out. We're doing like push-up, sit-ups. I said we need to do more. So then we ended up going to Cobb's Hill and creating these incredible workouts. And then once the gyms opened, a couple weeks ago, we went back to the gyms, and actually this morning or yesterday morning they closed again. So then we went back to Cobb. So it's like, whatever you do, we're going to figure out a way to combat it. We're going to figure out a way to adapt to it. And it's a very good feeling of personal growth and personal development. It's like, whatever you do, it's fine. I'm going to figure out a way to adapt to it and still do the things that I need to do in order to feel a sense of fulfillment or a sense of joy.
Yeah, I think an amazing insight at
Mhm.
the adaptability that that if you would have asked us ahead of time how we would come through this COVID thing, like let's say you ask somebody in January, like if XYZ happened because of this pandemic,
Mhm.
how would you be?
Yeah.
People probably wouldn't have predicted that they're doing as well as they are. And
Mhm.
that's not to say that this has been easy, and it's not to say that we're not all being impacted by it, because you and I have talked about it. We are fatigued,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
We do have some COVID fatigue. But at
Mhm.
the same time, we have a recognition that we're doing probably better than we could have predicted.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a very similar feeling, DJ.
Mhm.
Is if you would have asked me, last year or the beginning of this year, how I'd be doing it with such a big change in our lives, I would have said the same thing. We've together, we've been, as a family, both my boys dropped out of college, and not really COVID related, but it's happened during COVID, and
Hmm.
it's the good side is we've spent more time together as a family in the last 6 or 7 months than we have in many, many years together.
Hmm.
So that's been good. Again, not COVID related, but I'm now an entrepreneur instead of relying on corporate America to pay me, and
Hmm.
making less money than I have in 20 years.
Hmm.
And if you would have told me that I'd be managing that in a positive way and waking up every day, excited and enjoying what I'm doing, I
Hmm.
probably wouldn't have believed that. So, um, there's a number of things going on. And I think, the biggest thing that I've come to realize is I have a choice during this COVID. I have a choice to watch TV and listen to the negative news. I have a choice to listen to all the doom and gloom about COVID, or I can do what you suggested. What are the good things about COVID, right?
Hmm.
Not that they're good, but what
Yeah.
what can we find redeeming about the situation we're in? And
Hmm.
our brains are unbelievable. You will always find the answer to what you're looking for. It
Hmm.
may take a while, but
Yeah.
if we want to be grateful for things in COVID, we can find them.
Yeah. I mean, it'll definitely take a while with a global pandemic. I mean, it's got to be
Yeah, I mean,
one of the hardest things to possibly, find that light at the end of the tunnel in. And I think what we both kind of hit on is that there's a level of awareness. There's a level of saying, all right, I miss my old life, and I'm aware of the things that I miss. But now I'm aware of the new aspects of my life. And I'm aware of the progress that I still can make in my life. Like you said, you're an entrepreneur now in 2020, and I'm slowly drifting into that. So I mean, we're both doing new things, and in during times where it's difficult to be a pioneer or start something new, there might be some restrictions to it. um, but we're adapting, and we're learning, and we're becoming aware of things. And you know imagine how easy it'll be once the pandemic's done. Then
well,
this
right. Yeah, and
so that,
imagine how grateful we'll be
mhm.
to get back to what we've missed for so long.
Yep, I can. But the handshakes, the hugs, they're soon. I can feel it.
It'll be like a nice spring day at the end of March or early April, right? When
Yeah.
COVID's all gone, we'll be like, oh man, here we
What
go.
a
Winter's over.
winter. The winter was a cold, dark one, but we made it through. And now let's be prosperous, and let's make some good progress in our lives.
Very good. I loved your idea, DJ. Thank you very much
Mhm.
for taking us home on Daily Diamond number 51. Have a great week.
Thank you.